Beautiful souls, hello and welcome back to Subconscious Food. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food gives you the tools, techniques and tips to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled and abundant life. In today's video, we are talking about why the divinity in you, the divine in you, is the best friend you always wished you had. It's that part of you that connects you to everything that ever was, all that is, and gives you the reassurance you always wish you wanted, you always wish you had from someone else. If you haven't already subscribed, do go ahead, click the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications to get notified every time I post a new video. With that being said, let's get straight on to the video. So, I thought this video would be a very important one to do because this realization has been one of the most profound ones I've ever had. I mean, there's been many, but this definitely has opened my eyes up to realizing that others around me do not need to be a source of reassurance. They don't need to be a source of confirmation. They don't need to be I don't need to rely on them for them to give me something, if that makes sense. Are you following me? Comment down below if you know what I mean. For example, I used to think that people around me in my life, the relationships I had in my life, were to make me feel some sort of way. They were there to make me feel loved. They had to do something for me to feel loved. They had to do something for me to feel progressive. They had to do something for me to make me feel kind, loving, generous, and to be the person that I am. Now, I will say something. People around us are reflections, and our environment in general are reflections and direct manifestations of who we are and what's going on inside of us, and they provide a mirror to us. But their purpose is not to just be a mirror. And that's something I really had to understand. I really had to come to the place where I understood that when I connect to the divinity in me, in my human form, in my human suit, when I connect to the divine in me, when I connect to that source energy, when I connect to all that ever was, all that ever will be, all that ever is, I connect to a part of me that has the answers. It has the knowledge, it has the wisdom, it has that love that I've been yearning for, and that I thought I would be getting outside of me. I thought I'd be getting it from the external, and then I would feel it in the internal. But what I really had to realize is that I had to feel it in here, and then it would be reflected to me in my outer reality. So I had to make a lot of changes to my personality. I had to make a lot of changes to my personal reality. I had to understand how to begin to love myself in order for these people that I once thought were just supposed to love me. I had to connect to that part of me, and then that would be reflected to me in my outer world, in my outer reality. And once I did that, the divinity in me became the best friend I always wished I had. Now, I don't know whether I lost a twin in the womb. I don't know, because I've always kind of felt a strong affinity towards being connected very strongly to sort of a twin type person, or one best friend, and having other friends too, but really feeling a strong connection to one best friend growing up. And when I started to discover the divinity in me, I no longer was part of that paradigm anymore. I no longer needed to operate under those limited beliefs that I had to have one just close best friend and some other friends. Okay. So once I began to connect to the divinity in me, once I began to see everyone and everything as divine beings, and when I see them as divine beings, I no longer have to see them as the programs that they have attached to them, that we all have attached to us, that we all are working through. I can finally enjoy people as they were. Think about that for a moment. We look to people that are close to us in our lives and we hold an expectation for them to act in a certain way and be a certain way. Now, I must say, this can be challenging at times, but I constantly remember to remind myself that each and every one of us has the divine within us. And I find this very easy to do when I go out there and I give trees a big old hug, or I feel and I sense the consciousness in nature, and I breathe along with the consciousness in nature when I go on nature walks, and you just like immerse yourself in the beauty of all that is. That's very easy for me to do. I think when it comes to humans, fellow humans, maybe sometimes a little harder because they'll be saying stuff to you and maybe you don't feel that's necessarily in alignment with you. So in those moments when you feel that something they've said is not in alignment with you, the key here and the pro tip, so congratulations for getting to the end of this video about the pro tip. The pro tip is to understand what it is inside of yourself, inside of myself, what it is inside of me that is making me feel a certain way when someone else has said something. Because, and here's the secret, what you are feeling is an indication of a program that's still within you, that is also within this other person. They are simply reflecting it back to you. They are simply letting you know, because they're a direct reflection of what's going on inside of you. Hang on, there's a program there. And in your present moment, where there's a multidimensionality, there is an infinite amount of probable realities that could happen, you then have a choice. You either have a choice to debug that program, get rid of that program, fix that program inside of you, or you can choose to blame other people and see them as the best friend that they're not being to you. So you have two choices. You see the divinity in yourself. You understand that people are reflections of what's going inside of you. You understand that whatever is being triggered in you is a program inside of you, that then you have the glorious opportunity to heal, fix, transcend, transmute. Or you can see other people as the problem. It's been an honor and a pleasure sharing this information with you. This type of information is all about the practitioner status that I personally have. It's things that are profound to me, that are quantum physics in action, and I think they are fantastically transformational. So do comment down below if you would like to know a little bit more about this topic. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm so grateful for all of your subscriptions. Do go ahead, click the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications to get notified every time I post a new video. Until next time, beautiful souls, namaste, bye.